few fractions in this one. So looking at this equation definitely has one variable that's easier to eliminate than the other variables. So which variable is easier to eliminate, x or y? Y. And in equation 1 here and equation 2, which equation would you multiply by and by how much?
First equation by 1/4.
You could multiply the first equation by 1/4. Or what would you have to multiply the second equation by? By 4. Okay? In those two situations, if we multiply the first equation by 1/4, which would work, you would still have lots of fractions. If we multiply the second equation by 4, we would still have fractions, but can you see that we'd have one less fraction? So why don't we multiply the second one by 4? So the first one is going to stay the same. And when we multiply the second one by 4, 4 times 1/8 is, remember, that's 4 over 1. That'll be 4 over 8, which reduces to 1/2. This will just become plus y, and 2 times 4 becomes 8. How do I add 3/4 plus 1/2? Get a common denominator. So can I take this 1/2 and rewrite it as 2 over 4 so I have a common denominator? Now what will 3/4 plus 2/4 be? 5/4. And a negative y plus y gets eliminated. And then finally 2 plus 8 is 10. So now we have 5 over 4x equals 10. Back to grade 9. How do we deal with this? How do you deal with a fraction in front of the x equals 10? What would step 1 be? Multiply both sides by 4. That'll get rid of the 4's, and we'll just have 5x equals 40. Then divide both sides by 5. X is equal to 8. Now when substituting back in, which equation do you want to use to solve for y? 1 or 2? 1, it's got less fractions. So we would have 3/4 x, and x is 8, minus y equals 2. Remember, 8 is 8 over 1. 3/4 times 8 would be 24 over 4, which reduces to 6. 6 minus y equals 2. Subtract 6 on both sides. Remember that that y is negative, so it would still stay negative. Negative y equals 4. Multiply both sides by negative, and we get y equals 4. So our solution is 8, 4.